Hey, it's Garrett. Thanks for checking out this video. We're discussing Stoic wisdom and how we can apply some ancient Stoic wisdom to our journey in recovery. This passage I was reading recently by Epictetus says, "When I see an anxious person, I ask myself, what do they want? For if a person wasn't wanting something outside of their own control, why would they be stricken with anxiety?" This is something we've shared before, talked about before. Anxiety is an emotional response to wanting something that's outside of your control, or to having a basic human need that you don't feel it is within your control, whether or not that basic need will be met. Think about the times that we're most anxious. It's when there's something that we need in our life, whether it's connection, which is fostered by the health of our family or the health of our friends, or whether it's a means to provide for ourselves and provide for our family, which is fulfilled by the employment that we have or the job that we have. When we feel like we might lose something that we need for our survival, but it's not in our hands, it's in the hands of another, then that's moving the control of our basic needs beyond ourselves to something that's external. And this is where that emotion of anxiety comes from. It's a lack of a sense of control. And what Epictetus is talking about here is that emotion of anxiety coming up when we're wanting something that is external to us. For anybody that struggled with addiction, whether it's a substance or an addictive behavior, you know what that is like to need something that's external from your body. That's what the root of all addictions is. It's that seeking of something external to your body to deal with some kind of internal emotional turmoil. And the more that we do that, or especially as we start our journey in recovery, the anxiety, that feeling of anxiety can explode or go through the roof for so many people. I noticed this in my own journey that, early on in my journey, that anxiety would always come up. It would prevent me from doing things. I would have panic attacks and I would just always feel out of control. That happens for one of two reasons. The first reason that it happens in people that are in recovery often struggle with anxiety is we're so used to numbing that emotion of anxiety when it comes up. And one of the greatest things that fuels that yearning for, that craving for that substance or that behavior that we became dependent on is that feeling of anxiety. When anxiety came up before, we always had some way to relieve or to numb that emotion of anxiety. And now that we are moving beyond that and moving into our recovery, we've lost that tool that we relied on. The next reason it comes up is because again, we lose that ability to control something that's inside of us. Now we really have to feel that raw essence of that emotion that's coming up for us, that lack of feeling of control. And most likely there was already something in our life that made us feel like we were out of control or fueled that emotion of being out of control, which created that anxiety. So now that we don't have within our ability the means or the mechanism to calm that anxiety because we've given up that addictive substance or that addictive behavior that was harming us, or just because now we actually have to feel it in its most raw form, and now we have to feel it completely when that anxiety comes up. And just the feeling of anxiety can create more anxiety because nobody wants to feel anxious. Nobody wants to feel like they're having a panic attack or going to have a panic attack. So that fear that is going to come up or that's going to manifest, that also perpetuates that anxiety. So to move beyond that, we've got to learn ways to look for fulfilling all of our own needs, emotional, physiological needs within the resources that we have control over, within those things within ourselves, because it's that seeking of something external to our body, that inviting that thing external to our body that makes us have that emotions inside. And that's what Epictetus is saying. For if a person wasn't wanting something outside of their own control, why then would they be stricken with anxiety? So if you're feeling that anxiety, then use that as an opportunity to think about what it is that you feel like you don't have control over, and then find some ways to take greater control in your life. Thanks for checking out this video. Please share it with somebody that needs to hear it. Most people in recovery have experienced extreme bouts of anxiety in their life, and there's some ways to move beyond that. So thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to tune in next time for some more Stoic recovery wisdom. You be well. Hey YouTube fam, Garret Biss here. Thanks for checking out this Stoic recovery video. If you want some more Stoic recovery, click up here. You can check the next video in the series. If you want some other videos on addiction, on recovery, click down here and we'll take you over to a good playlist. Please drop your comments below. I want to know what you thought of this video. Please share it with somebody that would like it. And of course, click down here and subscribe to join this channel so you get notifications when the next videos come out. Appreciate you. You be well.